huge breaking news for Bleach fans. This is something that a lot of people are going to be incredibly shocked, very much so happy, very much so excited, and also very much so like, yo, what is happening here? Because wow, oh wow, the title speaks for itself in case you can't tell. Yes, people, Bleach is back. I'm gonna say it one more time. Bleach is back. Why not? Let's do it for the three. Bleach is back, people. We have huge news, or well, essentially it's kind of based off some leaks. You know, somebody put some leaks out there, but we got the news about Bleach returning, and it's not only returning in a small sense, because yo, it was, I want to say, a few years back where Bleach initially was announced that it was coming back with one shot, basically a singular chapter called the Hell Arc. It was essentially going to be the beginning of a sequel to the ending of the Bleach manga. Mind you, these events take place after the events that are about to transpire in the anime, so chronologically, if you're going to be following what's about to happen, that I'm going to tell you in a second, then yeah, you kind of have to know what happens in the contents of the anime stuff that's about to happen here in July when it starts and whatnot. Yeah, Tite Kubo ain't playing because he's not just doing what he did before with, again, it was a singular story that it was meant to be continued, and we're not exactly sure of all the details yet of how this is going to go on. But essentially, when we got that, it was left on a, well, what next? When are we going to get more Bleach manga? And Tite Kubo decided, you know what? Gloves are off. We're not doing any, we're not footing around, so to speak, because the news is as follows for Bleach's return. According to multiple leaks, Bleach by Tite Kubo will be returning to Weekly Shonen Jump with a Hell Arc serialization. Sakamoto Days by Yuto Suzuki will be ending in the coming weeks. Wow, yeah, maybe I neglect to say that a big series is ending in Weekly Shonen Jump as well. It'll be freeing us on the magazine for this new Bleach series, and while not all of the information is confirmed, Bleach by Tite Kubo will be celebrating its 25th anniversary in August 2026, also marking the 10th anniversary of the series' conclusion. Sakamoto Days by Yuto Suzuki is currently in its final fight, according to the magazine. And for starters, it's very interesting that they decided to bring Bleach back for a weekly serialization, right? I got to imagine that there's a couple of reasons. One of which being, of course, at the end of the day, if you pay attention, and if you just watched my last video, if you haven't, you should, and subscribe and hit that bell so you get updated on everything that's happening in the world of anime and manga. Like, what are you doing? Hit them buttons. Basically, Weekly Shonen Jump is the biggest platform for manga. Like, that's just facts. And it's not just like by a small margin. Everything after that is essentially a lot lower in the numbers wise. Like, you got Weekly Shonen Jump has like 1 million readers a week, and then the rest of them kind of go, trickle down to like 200-something thousand and whatnot. So putting Bleach in this spot, while Bleach doesn't need that per se because its name commands such, attention, it's Bleach. At the end of the day, it still is a very much so important piece of the puzzle to put it in Weekly Shonen Jump, on top of the fact that it'll bring in previous readers, maybe people that checked out of Weekly Shonen Jump a while back will be like, Bleach is back? We checking that out, like what's going on here? So I think it's a power play on that aspect. There's other stuff going on in the magazine, but again, make sure you follow this channel because I got another Fornever news that'll be coming not far after this episode comes out. So yeah, getting a little bit of, I'm giving it to you twice, so to speak. And I ain't gonna lie, it is a bit of a shocker that it seems like Weekly Shonen Jump, to get something, they got to give something. You get Bleach back, Sakamoto Days has to go. There's a common pattern that Weekly Shonen Jump has, and I'm not sure, again, we don't know exactly how long the serialization is going to be for this Hell Arc. It doesn't have a specific time frame per se, so we don't know if it's already like what Tagashi does, where, Kubo just has the entire Bleach plan set out, or it doesn't say what type of serialization is going to be. Like, for example, when they did the, Naruto spin-off manga a while back, it was confirmed that it was going to be a shorter serialization. This one doesn't necessarily say what type of length this Bleach series is going to go on for, so it could very well be that there's 20 chapters lined up, a certain amount of volumes lined up of content, but it's still kind of radically insane that Bleach is returning to the pages of Weekly Shonen Jump. Like, this also brings hope for, down the road for the other Goliaths to return or whatnot, but we're not going to get into that. This is the Bleach moment right now. I'm extremely curious what you guys think about this whole scenario. For starters, again, Sakamoto Days coming to an end, that's crazy. Like, I mean, people kind of already saw the writings on the wall for a bit now of Sakamoto Days coming to an end, but yeah, it's confirmed Sakamoto Days coming to an end. How do you guys feel about that? Bleach returning with the Hell Arc. expectations, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm expecting it to be, some battles are going to probably be, dare I say, brutal, probably to a certain degree. So, you know, this probably won't be for the faint at heart. If you can't, you know, withstand some of this stuff, I don't recommend, you know what I'm saying? Although, if you love you some Bleach, if you love you some greatness, if you love you everything that you've seen that Tite Kubo has provided over the years, then this might be the time. And of course, previous Bleach fans, like, hello, like, what are you doing? Why aren't you tapping in right now? Fresh up on all your Bleach knowledge so you remember everything that is going on. And yeah, I think also Tite Kubo did this so timing wise great, because, you know, Bleach anime starts in a few weeks for the final season. That's the best promo you're ever going to get for something. Having this simultaneously, like, to say Bleach fans are going to be eating great is an understatement, because anime and manga and of course whatever news that's going to be in the midst of all that stuff, this is going to be the biggest time for Bleach fans ever. Tite Kubo knew what he was doing. He knew why he waited for this very moment. And yeah, your overall thoughts and expectations. One more time. I'm going to say one more time. Bleach is back. Let's go, people. So all I have for this one. I'm Tim. As always, people, have an awesome day. Peace in. Well, I'll say it again. Bleach is back.